Alright guys, today we're looking at the multi-purpose tactical kit today. So this is if you're not Bear Grylls and you're stuck in the wild, either you're camping, going on a hike, or you just like to explore and go on adventures. This kit is going to cover all your survival basic needs. So it comes in a small case, just like this one, and we've got so many different pieces here. So we're going to do an unpack and look at each individual component. So we have a LED flashlight, we've got a safety pen, we've got a flint, we've got a keychain light, compass, Swiss card, which I'll just quickly show you here, emergency whistle, we have an emergency knife, which you can simply take out like this, and you have an emergency blanket as well. So we're going to look at these in more detail. So with the flashlight, you have a simple belt attachment here, so you can actually take that out of the case and keep it on your belt while you're hiking, and then it's got a simple on-off push button there. Same with the keychain light, you can attach this to your keys, and then when you're walking around at night, or even when you're going home and you need to find your lock on your door, it's actually a very, very bright, simple keychain light. Now, to get a bit more advanced, this tactical pen, which is made from tungsten steel, has got two purposes. One, simple pen that you can use to write. And on the other side, we actually have what is a very sharp metal point that you can use to break glass during an emergency. So this point right here will break glass, or if you're in a car and there's a car crash or you need to get into your house, you can actually use this point to break into or break out of any glass enclosure or window. So that's a pretty interesting technique. You've also got the belt holder there, so you can keep this on your belt as well. With the flint, so the flint here is made from magnesium and iron. Now they say you can get about 5,000 to 10,000 different lights out of this. So it works very simply. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's very very simple to use it, and you will get about 5,000 to 10,000 sparks out of this. So easy for making fire if you have some dry grass or dry leaves when you're camping, and you simply make a small pile of leaves and then run this down the flint like that. Also on the flint you have a bottle opener, so you can use to open bottles, and a ruler here for reference if you need. As well as all of these, we've got a compass in the multi-purpose tactical kit. So this compass will help you navigating and help you orientating yourself with any maps that you're using. So you can see here, you can manipulate the bearing on the compass, and that's always going to point north. So this is going to be very useful for navigating, particularly if you have a map. Now, one of the most interesting parts of this kit is the Swiss card. Now, it's a simple stainless steel piece of card that is about the size of a business card, and you can keep this in your wallet at all times. And it also comes with a small instructional leaflet. So on one side you can see all of the different numbers referring to different tools, and then on the back you can see all of the different explanations. So you have a can opener, you have a knife edge, which is here, you have a screwdriver, screwdriver is this bit on the corner, you have a ruler on the side, you have a can opener, which you use these 2 points here to click into the can, the positional wrench. So here you've got a small inlet here you can use for the circular wrench. You even have a butterfly wrench, so this groove here and you have a saw blade. So you can see the serrated edge here you can use for cutting. Another wrench here, so a 2-position wrench, which is this bit here. So you have one slightly bigger wrench head and one slightly smaller wrench head. And you also have a 4-position wrench. So for different size of the nut heads, you can adjust there to use the wrench. So you simply put that on the nut and then you twist it around. And this small hole here is for a lanyard keyhole. So you can actually keep that wrapped around your neck on a simple lanyard. Last but not least, we have the emergency whistle. So simple stainless steel, and you just blow through this end here. So that's going to be really, really loud. I didn't even do that as much as I could have because we're inside and I'm going to get deaf from this. But this is going to be a really good survival measure, particularly for getting help and getting attention. So if you get lost and you need to call for help, then you can use this whistle. And it attaches to a keychain as well. So along with your light and your whistle, you can keep these on your keychain or on your belt or on your vest at all times. The last thing we have is the blanket. So this emergency blanket has many, many purposes. It's going to keep you warm, it's going to keep you insulated, it'll keep you waterproof, it'll keep you dry. It retains 90% heat, so you won't get hypothermia. And because it's so reflective, it's actually going to help you to be seen if people are looking for you. So if you're out in the jungle or in the forest, then this will reflect the light. And if anyone's in a helicopter or people are walking trying to look for you, then this is a perfect way to be seen. So this kit has a whole lot of things. It's a really, really good value, and it's got almost any tool you can imagine that you will need when you're out exploring or hiking that you might need to survive. So I definitely recommend to look into this one.
Hi, I'm Jim Cobb, author of Countdown to Preparedness, Prepper's Long-Term Survival Guide, several other disaster readiness books.
And I'm Craig Cottle, the director of Nature Reliance School and author of Extreme Wilderness Survival and Ultimate Wilderness Gear.
We're here today to talk about the Sustain Supply 4-person 72-hour kit. This kit is so massive, it takes both of us to cover everything that's in here.
So you want to get started on this?
Yeah, let's run it through.
All right, so first thing I want to point out are the food sources that we have. We have Mountain House meals, which are fantastic. I eat these throughout the year during our classes. Our students bring them to classes. They are fantastic. We have 24 servings of food, and we also have some bowls that you can see right here. These fold out rather easily, and you can utilize them to put your food in, gather water, do a number of things with.
In order to prepare the food, you need to have water. If you don't have water at home, we include Datrex water pouches. There's a full 6 liters of water. They're all in these little pouches. Each pouch is 4 ounces. If you're familiar with juice pouches, same thing, just water instead of juice. If you run out of that water or you don't have it accessible, we also include a Sawyer Squeeze. This is one of the best water filters on the planet. Craig, how does this work?
Guess what, Jim? I've got it right here.
Awesome.
Actually, what you have is a Sawyer right here. This is a water filter. You have a ceramic filter inside of here. You have a squeeze bag. You can use this a number of different ways, but the way it's most easily used is to gather water in this. You can gather water from a stream. You can gather water at your house that is suspect. Put the filter onto it. After you gather your water, then you can use it gravity fed. You can actually drink out of this just like a water bottle.
Very, very nice. In addition to food and water, one of your other needs is first aid. You get a cut, a scrape, a burn, things like that. We've got this first aid kit that'll cover all of those little basic needs.
One of the things that I think is important to point out is the need for us to take care of our core body temp. Wouldn't you agree? And what we have in the kit are some of these fantastic emergency blankets. These are not your typical cheap, flimsy, fall apart, blow away in the wind type blanket. These are incredibly tough. You have 4 in here. They have orange on one side, they're reflective on the other. You can use them a number of ways to maintain core body temp. You can use it as a signaling device. You can use it to reflect heat away from you if you're in a sunny condition, a hot condition. So very good stuff.
And, you know, speaking of signaling for rescue, in addition to that, we've got 4 nice plastic whistles that are very loud. Also, we have a number of these snap lights. Snap lights are really cool. Check this out.
So the way these work, you just snap this, shake it up, and real quick like.
Bright, bright, bright. Now what you can do with these, in addition to lighting up a room, lighting up your vehicle, whatever, if you need help, you take about 2-3 feet of cordage, tie it to one of these, and spin it in a circle. What it does is it creates a circle of light that can be seen for a long, long way.
Where are we at, brother? All right, so we went right over this when we were talking about food. We need to get back to this. Here's a stove, fantastic stove. What you have here is aluminum that's going to be stainless that you can build fires in. Once the fire is built, you can put your pot on here, you can boil your water, you can cook your food. That serves 2 purposes. You can boil water so you can put it into your meal. You can also boil water that is suspect. That way, if you run out of this water, you can double up with both your Sawyer as well as boiling water to make sure you have clean water, because we all need clean water, right?
Exactly. But Craig, how do I start a fire in that stove?
All right. Am I doing this one?
You're doing this
This
one.
is my favorite part. All right, so here we go. So ferrocerium rods, these are fantastic. You have InstaFire, fire starter, which is like a fire tender. And this has an accelerant on it so that when you hit it with a flame or sparks that you can get from a ferrocerium rod like this, you hit that a few times, woo, we'll get this going in here. You hit that a few times, you're gonna get your fire going. You can then add more tinder and larger fire until you have enough for this. Or if you're using it for warmth, you've got the beginnings of the thing that's gonna keep you alive.
Exactly. Going back to illumination for a minute, in addition to the snap lights, we also have LED flashlights, which are really cool. They're aircraft aluminum. They're very durable. What's nice is it can go from a spotlight all the way down to a pinpoint and anywhere in between. So you can really zero in on what it is you're trying to see out in the backyard, for example. On top of that, we have these LED lanterns, which are very bright. There's 30 LEDs in each lantern. Each lantern has,
bright.
It is. Wow. With these arms, you can hang it in your home, in your vehicle, wherever you need that light to be. And take the knife.
Oh, you're taking good care of me today. All right, so yes, Mora Companion. This is a fantastic blade. We've utilized these for years in our classes. It is the beginner knife that I recommend for everybody to get because it's affordable. It's an incredibly durable knife. It has a Scandi grind on it, which means you're going to be able to slice, you're going to be able to cut. It has a drop point on it, which means you're going to be able to stab, you're going to be able to drill with it. It has a rubberized handle on it as well. So if you have any sort of issue where you have any sort of moisture on your hand, it's going to be able to be gripped incredibly well. As well as it's got a robust sheath that's plastic with a weeping hole so that no water stays on the blade and it's well taken care of.
And all of this.
Wait a minute. Did we get this?
Oh,
Did we get that?
my bad. We have bath wipes. Why? Because in an emergency, one of the first things to go often is accessible clean water. The limited water you have, such as through these pouches or through your filter, you're going to want to reserve primarily for consumption and food preparation. You don't want to waste that water using it to wash your hands, wash your face. So we have these bath wipes to keep you clean, keep morale up a little bit. I don't know about you, but I have teenagers at home and cleanliness is pretty important to me. All of
And to me.
this.
I'm not a teenager, but it's important to me too.
It is. But when you have teenagers, their cleanliness
Yeah.
is important to everybody in the
Yeah,
house.
there you go.
Everything here fits into this 60-liter 600D backpack. It is durable, it's robust, it has a lot of individual pockets. All of this stores in there, and there's still room for you to add your personal touches, your little things that you want that are specific to you and your family that you want to have on hand during an emergency. Everything here is designed to keep you and your family sustained for 72 hours.
If you're interested in buying one of these products, links to all the products mentioned in this video are in the description down below. If you like and found this video helpful, don't forget to give a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.